morning. What is up, guys? We are gonna be getting something pretty exciting today. So the rack, been waiting for a very freaking long time for this thing, almost 2.5 months now. The rack finally shows up today, so we're gonna go through assembly of that. I am still waiting for the brackets, which will get here Monday. At that point, we're gonna go do an overlanding trip, finally the first one next weekend, which will actually align with my birthday, which is kind of cool. So today's gonna be an assembly video. Tomorrow we're gonna be going off-roading, which you'll see in this video as well. And then next weekend will be the first true overlanding experience. First though, I gotta go hit a run. So let me go do that, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Wait for it. Best part of this run. Get some, Biff. All right, so everything's finally here. We got it unboxed. We'll do the assembly shortly. All right, so that took exactly 34 minutes. The only things I have to tighten still are gonna be these guys, and that's so I can adjust it to the exact width of the bed plus bracket. So everything else is fully tight and ready to rip. Oh, we're recording. So, doing our classic air down right now. So we're going down to about 23-ish PSI. These trails, they just don't look that bad. So we'll hit it today, 22, 23. That way filling back up will be easier. All right, what's up, guys? So we got a brand new kind of recording scheme here. We got my A7S III facing forward. Right now we're on the GoPro kind of pillar cam. So let's hit the trails. All right, so we got a little mini hill here, and I'm just kind of curious with the GoPro. Can you even tell the perspective? We got the A7S III also recording. What are we at? Wow, that's a 10% grade, so yeah, I hope you couldn't tell those. You know, I gotta say, there's something about just being out here doing this to just, the first couple of times you're very apprehensive, right? Can my truck do this? Do I need to air down? Like, how do I control this truck? And then finally, I'm in just that comfort zone. I'm just out here enjoying life, having fun on these pretty epic trails. What are we about to hit right here? 12%, 15% grade. I've done worse. All right, so if you look here, we'll zoom out a little bit. Highway, we'll zoom in. So this is all the trail we've been on, Route 66. So we're getting there. We're about halfway. If you have any, pretty much for sure, Rubicon, Mojave, I feel like the Willis, there's probably most stock Jeeps, I think, can make it out here. It's really not too bad. It's a lot of incline, declines. There's a few rocks you gotta be careful with, but other than that, hasn't been too tough. It's been a lot of fun. And Haley back here, she's having the time of her life. All right, so let me show you guys this new contraption. We got the Viair 33P. That's gonna be hooked up to the handle, which is gonna be hooked up to the end deflate, which is then hooked up to both tires. Simply pull the handle and watch it get filled up. They're here. Just giving these a little hand torque. All right, the moment of truth. We now have to take the tonneau cover off, put the rack on, put the tonneau cover back on. We should be all set. Who says it's a two-person install? So I had to recruit some help for the piece de resistance, as they say. The tent's going on. So excited, but it's also 150 pounds, so probably don't want to try that myself. Gonna be using these brackets to mount it. They're not the official ones, but they should work. We'll see. All right, so we got the brackets on. Now we've got to actually screw everything in. So kind of a good news, bad news scenario. Good news, we got it mounted. Bad news, I don't know if you can tell, it's slightly off center. Just the way I had to mount it in there. That was my only option. I can actually undo the rack and slide it a little bit so the tent ends up centered. It does require manually loosening by hand, 24 bolts, sliding it, and then tightening it back up. So it's not an adventure for today, maybe in the future. Well, folks, you can see Haley's excitement. I don't know why I've ended a few videos on the couch here recently, so we're gonna continue that trend. So happy, everything is finally on the truck. We are ready to go overlanding. Trust me, you know what the next video is going to be on this channel. Subscribe to stay tuned to that. Ask any questions you feel like in the comments below. As always, it's been a pleasure. I probably shouldn't shoot the audience. I'm losing it. As always, it's been a pleasure.